until you years
Yo,
ago.
man, you can't be from Michigan. You don't know the BMF.
I'm just telling you.
It's so huge.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna learn.
You're gonna learn today.
Yeah. So
watch the show.
The show is dope.
there you go.
The show is
hell
dope.
yeah, hell yeah.
The show is dope.
it just started, right?
It just started. Well, it's his first season.
Season,
Yeah. You know, it's I think what is it, 8-9 episodes now?
Yeah.
You know, it gives you the origin of the.
Yeah, but Rashid had BMF next to his name for a minute. That's why I was
That's what I'm
wondering
saying.
if it was.
I mean, you guys never said nothing.
Bro, I
because you guys
asked
probably don't
Tony.
know it.
You know what Tony said? He said veteran mafia something.
Family.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know there was a real BMF. But now I do.
That's when you're in Yemen.
That's probably the case.
Alright.
So, this is coming from a guy that moved down to Columbus.
That's crazy.
What made you move there?
Oh,
Hold on.
If you had to guess. If you had to guess what made him move down there.
A woman?
My wife
Absolutely.
my wife is from Columbus.
Lovely lady.
You from here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a story.
Oh, it is a story.
What a story.
It's a one-sided story, if you ask me.
My wife works at OSU.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Who do you root for?
Michigan. I hate Ohio State.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hold
There's
on.
no question about that.
Hold on.
But he's only allowed
Let's
to
confirm
root
that
for them.
My man has drafted every
Twice a
single
day.
Ohio State player in fantasy.
Yes,
He
facts.
has drafted every player that touched turf in Ohio.
Absolutely.
When LeBron James won, there was tears shedding in his eyes.
Yes,
when
I got
Cleveland-
pictures.
Called that.
I have a picture.
Show it.
So
I can't do that to my boy.
I hate Ohio State.
So
I'm looking forward to going to work tomorrow so I can make fun of.
Finally, first time in 8 years.
Yeah, first time in a long time.
yeah, it's crazy.
And how
But
did
again,
you-
he's not allowed to move back yet. He's been trying for 5 years now.
You know what, Leslie? I'm just gonna personally send you the link. It's not gonna let me tag you because the way it works, I guess you gotta like be a follower or whatever.
Man,
it is.
Remember that one time?
remember I brought it up one
Of
time,
the fantasy
and it was
guys.
awkward.
Oh, yeah. You said that.
Hey,
Hold on 1 second. What did you
I was with him and his wife, and we had a discussion, and I said, hey, man, it's the elephant in the room, man. When are you guys moving back? Oh, and it started a conversation, very awkward. Wanted to get out of there quick.
It was like a one-on-one, and you were just there.
I was like, oh, Dad, I didn't know it was that deep.
I don't recall this. Y'all know Fatty exaggerates.
Hold on.
I just sent you the link.
Didn't she tell you, well, I didn't know you were serious, and you were like, yeah, I've been serious.
I don't recall this.
Okay, I do. I can reenact it. Hey, guys, when you moving back? Rashid.
Remember when we were younger at Wayne State and we went to the Burger King or McDonald's? You want to bring up the old story?
Okay, we're on.
Hey.
We are now live. So, we'll talk about that after, because I'm trying to
Get somewhere?
think about what it was.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure cat ain't out the bag.
Yeah. Well, first of all, there's a couple things I want to say right quick. I think you got the show right there.
Yeah.
All right. So make sure we speak into the microphones. Obviously, fellas, whenever we do speak. Welcome everybody to episode 12, week 12 of the Fantasy Guide Sunday Edition. We are officially live. I am looking forward to the show. I was looking forward to it more yesterday before the game than I am kind of looking forward to it now. The game that I'm talking about is the Ohio State-Michigan game. Let me pause the music right quick. Got a bunch of Michigan fans in the building today. It's going to be a good show. We're going to be breaking down the University of Michigan, Ohio State game as well. You know, we got all the games, break down the NFL games, that is. We can even touch on Thanksgiving games if there is any games that y'all want to touch on with the Thanksgiving games, even though, you know, the Lions lost again. Cowboys shockingly lost to the Vegas Raiders. I don't know if it's shockingly, but they lost. And then the Bills took care of business. So we can touch on those games. You know, we got Tony's rants. We got the Boom Phillies. You know, Tony, the rant. Is it going to be positive today?
Michigan won.
Is it going to be a positive
Absolutely.
rant? All right, preseason. All right, we got Tony got a phone call already, but it looks like it might be a business call. Before we start the
What was
show.
that?
Unprofessional.
What is? I didn't take the call.
There you go.
Always taking shots at me any chance he gets. That's my guy. Hey, make sure he's on
You
camera.
called me Ted
Yes.
Ginn last year.
He should be. He should be.
Wow, you will not
Yeah,
let
that
that
was
go.
hilarious.
He's on.
You will not let
But
that
if-
go.
I watched
If you
that
do want
show
to scoot
again.
over just a little bit more, I mean, but you're in. I mean, it's showing you that you are in. But I mean, if you want to scoot over a little bit more, you're also more than welcome to do that. But before we get started, I do want us to give a shout out to our sponsors. The first one is Give to Gain. Shout out to Give to Gain. It is a non-profit organization that sponsors orphans in Yemen. 100% of all the donations goes to the less fortunate. Shout out to Rico, man. Rico wanted to put some light on this situation, so he said, "Hey, let's put that as something that, you know, quote unquote sponsor." You know, so the way you can give is from Venmo at Give to Gain. So give the number 2 Gain. The Zelle, the number is 313-445-8638, and then Cash App money symbol give number 2 Gain if you want to donate. For those that are wondering why Yemen, it's the largest humanitarian crisis and aid operation. 5 million people are at risk of famine. 15 million people need water or sanitation support. So again, if you want to donate and hopefully get some good deeds out of the situation, you know, donate to Give to Gain. Shout out to, again, Rico and everyone else that's responsible for that nonprofit organization. With all that said, y'all ready to get the show on the road, fellas? Let's get it going. The first thing I want to start off with, first of all, let's introduce the guests. We got Leslie Allen and Rashid Mahdi. Of course, y'all know Moti and Tony, always on the show. Unfortunately, Tony is usually always on the show. But we got Moti again, and then we got Leslie and Rashid.
Leslie is the only one on this table that's shocked that you made that comment.
I've been saying it every week.
Yeah.
I just want to say thanks for having me, Omar, and the rest of the group. I'm just here to have fun, so I want to shout out the rest of my crew from Black Combos and everyone that's tuning in today on this big Michigan football Sunday.
All right. Well, there we go. Yusuf, can you actually shut off the AC? I want to make sure that we're going to be good. But if we start to get cold, AC, the heater, make sure that if we start getting cold, we could turn it back on. I want to make sure that we nothing gets picked up when we start speaking. But go ahead, Tony. What are you about to say?
I mean,
Tony?
I think it was good. Like the voice is the sound is clear.
Solid?
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Yeah, it's better now.
See,
It's much better.
yeah, it does. You know, it's a difference. So
That's why you running and not him.
yeah, I mean, 'cause
Interesting.
It will get picked up. But Rashid,
For all those making tallies, this is the 5th shot Rashid's taken at me.
It's gonna be a few more.
Yeah,
the
for
fifth
sure.
shot that was recorded because there was a couple more
Yeah.
that was pre-recorded. But Rashid, welcome back, man. We always try to get you on at least once a year. We're happy to have you. So are you mad or excited about that U of M game?
Happy is a stretch.
You know, we don't know sometimes, Rashid. We don't know.
You definitely know I'm ecstatic. It was an amazing Saturday.
No pun intended.
No,
Right
it was
there.
great. It's been a while.
Yes.
It's been a while. So
Leslie said you kind of started to get a little emotional after that victory. Why is that, Leslie?
When they rushed the field, you know, like, he's right, Rashid. We haven't won in 10 years. So we gonna celebrate this motherfucker win. Like, this was one that going in, I was like, we probably win by 3, but to win by 2 touchdowns and the way they played perfectly. 4 penalties, 3 penalties. Ohio State had like 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, and Ohio State really didn't look good on defense yesterday. I thought the streak could continue, but I knew going into this week, the Michigan guys didn't say much. It was more of Ohio State guys saying a lot because they used to beating our ass, and yesterday was one for the ages. And I like when Gus Johnson calls Michigan games, man. He's a hell of a guy, so we're going to celebrate this one. I'm not satisfied with yesterday. I think we have to beat Iowa next week to get into the college football playoffs, so I'm ready. I'm ready for next week. Actually, I'm going down to Indy probably Friday night or early Saturday morning and just have fun. I'm not going to the game, but I want to be there. So.
Yeah.
I wanted to be down there on the field yesterday, too, so
Be around the atmosphere.
be around the atmosphere.
I was talking to somebody yesterday. He's a big Michigan guy too, and I was like, the way that Michigan won was the Michigan way of winning too. Like they ran the football, played solid defense. You know, it wasn't no fluke either. You know, it wasn't like, you know, like you said, it may be a field goal win. I'll be like, oh, you know, we got lucky here on this turn. Like Michigan, I'm not gonna lie to you, they controlled the game from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
They came out, they scored on the first drive, and you know they lost the lead for like a good one possession, but then they came back and scored right after they lost the lead. So I mean, it was the Michigan way. Like if I wasn't a state guy, I'd be proud of the state of Michigan.
deep down, we're all Michigan fans.
You know, Michigan.
For sure.
I was. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't want Michigan to win because of the reactions that I was going to get.
Of course
everybody's going to attack me and all that. But
I probably wouldn't have showed up.
Yeah. But I'm happy for you guys, the Michigan people, because it's like, dude, it's like, because I ain't just win. Y'all won a big one.
Yep.
Y'all have so much still ahead of y'all. Like, I have hopes now of making it to the national championship, winning the Big Ten championship, making it to the playoffs, making it to the national championship. And y'all can sit here and say, like, we have a chance of winning the national championship. Yeah. And it's still realistic. You know what I'm saying?
So
Moti. I'll go ahead, Rashid.
You good, Moti?
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, big win, man. Coming into the game, we talked about it all the time. I was getting ready to give up on Harbaugh. Because he just been losing, and then Ohio State coming to the game, they've been blowing teams out. We talked about it all the time. We're like, I'm not gonna lie, I had doubts because
I didn't think they were gonna win.
Yeah, I felt like Ohio State's offense is just, to me, is elite. You know what I'm saying? I felt like our defense was questionable, our secondary. But we got to the quarterback, man. You know what I'm saying? We played solid defense. It was a couple of missed opportunities as far as interceptions, but at the end of the day, we got the job done, and I consider it a beatdown, man. Like Ahmad said, we controlled the game. I think we won by 15 points. It's a huge win. Huge win.
What are you gonna say, Rashid?
That was the best game I've seen Michigan play in the past 5-10 years. Like, all around, defense, offense. It was great. And now you got Harbaugh talking trash to Ryan Day now, which is good. Still not sure if I'm sold on Harbaugh, but I mean,
that was the question I asked him, because now this is Harbaugh. Let's guarantee him another 5 years. Is that a good or bad thing for Michigan?
I think it can be good. So I'm not as down on Harbaugh. I think Harbaugh does his job, even with the Michigan State game. I think he coached well. We should have won the game. You got to put some of the. It has to go back on the players. You're up 16 points.
Yeah.
So he put us in a position to win. So he can stay a few more years. We can beat Ohio.
Do you want him to stay a few more years?
I wouldn't mind now, since he beat Ohio State this year. And if we go to the playoffs, then
Michigan's beating Iowa, guys. Let's keep it real. Like, y'all over here.
They should.
They definitely should.
Yeah, they should.
He has to make sure that they're ready for the Iowa game. We should beat Michigan. So that's as the coach, you got to make sure that we're ready for the game.
100%.
Yeah. Tony,
I will say this: the loss of Michigan State actually helped Michigan because Ohio State came out to play against MSU, and they kind of probably overlooked Michigan. So they figured that they beat the better team last week.
They overlooked Michigan.
Man, listen. It comes a point where Michigan became little brother. They haven't beat them. I think they beat them, once or twice in the last 15 years, 16 years?
You're talking about Michigan, Michigan State?
No, I'm talking about Ohio State beating Michigan.
They would never overlook Michigan.
Listen,
like, the hatred there, like, Ryan Day can't stand Harbaugh,
but
he's not.
It's the same thing with Michigan and MSU.
I was worried because after what they did to Michigan State last week, I'm thinking to myself, just don't put up 100 on Michigan.
100%.
But they didn't run the ball. They did not run the ball.
Blown off the field the past 2 seasons.
But they did not run the ball. They did not run the ball. They came out. If they would have ran the ball, but if they would have ran the ball more consistently and they would have had more rushing attempts, I think they would have got Michigan. I mean, look, Kenneth Walker was running all over Michigan because the ends would come, around, and then he'd slip right under. That's the same thing with yesterday, man.
I think Ryan Day got outcoached.
Yes.
But he hates Harbaugh.
He does.
Yeah, but I love the comment from Harbaugh. What was it?
What did you say?
Some people are, born on third and they think they hit a triple?
Yeah, 100. He's right about that. That is Ryan Day, 100%. Like Ryan Day took over a team that freaking Urban Meyer,
hey, but you can't.
He raised
doesn't
that.
matter. Doesn't matter.
He's still a good coach.
He's been reloaded.
I mean, I don't think he's a head coach.
He's been reloaded.
He hasn't. He's never lost. Well,
what was the code again?
Some people are born on third, but they think they hit a triple.
Okay.
So
100% explains Ryan Day.
Yeah.
100%.
He came to the sea. He's an arrogant fuck too.
He is.
He's an arrogant
man,
fuck.
Leslie. This is a family show. You know how many times we would have beat you out?
Oh my bad.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
But I hate Ryan Day.
Yeah, we hate Ohio State.
Look,
period.
We hate Ohio State, but I actually was a fan of Urban Meyer. But Ryan Day, I hate him.
Yeah, me too.
I
can't stand Urban Meyer.
Yeah. No. See, look. I respect Urban Meyer.
I like Tressel.
Yeah,
I could be like
I
Tressel was
hated
cool,
Tressel.
but Tressel wasn't gonna talk trash.
My,
when it came
my
to the
respect
job.
for Urban Meyer is he won at every
exactly.
level.
You have to
But
respect
Ryan
the guy.
Day was just handed this. He handed over
100%.
and talked shit about Michigan, talked stuff about Michigan so much.
Yeah,
man.
but Urban Meyer, he was cocky.
Yeah,
and
he
then
was.
whenever he starts to lose, he gets sick, and then he quit. So
Oh, he's going to quit Jacksonville. He's going to be
Yeah,
probably
I'm-
USC coach.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't
Unless
be
he came to
surprised.
Michigan, then I would like Urban Meyer. But
I mean,
Not Urban
I
Meyer.
felt like Urban Meyer would have pulled a move like that. Like if Harbaugh got fired, I'll come to Michigan and I'll show Harbaugh how to do the job. You know, that's how cocky he is.
I wouldn't be mad.
Me? Then I would like
me
everybody.
too, me too. but as far as coaching, I respect him. I don't like Ryan Day, but you guys, you know, his upbringing and his story is pretty interesting. By the way, Ryan Day.
This guy Moti
Straight up.
Moti
I didn't like him.
documentary
Yes,
on
I
Big
did.
Ten channel right before the game.
Right before the game. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't like him, but once you hear his story, you know, you kind of feel a little, you know what I'm saying, give him a little more respect because you know he didn't have the best upbringing.
Yeah, I don't really care for Ryan Day. I did not like Urban Meyer. Jim Tressel to me was just another coach, I guess, at Ohio State. But Urban Meyer was one coach. I mean, I respect him. Him. Like I said, he's been winning at every level.
Yep.
But Urban Meyer, like he walks around like I'm the guy. And I knew he was not going to do well in Jacksonville. And I think he's the reason why Trevor Lawrence is not doing too well, too. Because I think Trevor Lawrence is the real deal.
Yep.
Good morning, guys. Sanders versus Giants or Pittman versus Tampa Bay. Also, Russell Wilson is making me worried. Should I still roll with him or plug in Carson Wentz against Tampa Bay?
Plug in Carson Wentz. That's
Carson
what I'm
Wentz.
going with today because Michael Pittman. But I think Indianapolis have found their groove, especially with Taylor at the running back. And so in my league, I had Ryan Tannehill for the first 7 weeks. He hasn't had his weapons, and I had A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is out injured. So I think my backup is Wentz, and I think Wentz been playing pretty good the past. He got to stop turning the ball over. That's what he's been known for. I think Tampa, I think his name is Bunt in the corner. He can pick on him with Michael Pittman Jr. today, and I think the Colts win the game with Wentz picking up some good
So
points.
would you go with Miles Sanders or Michael Pittman?
I'm going to go with Michael Pittman.
All right, so you're going with the combo of Wentz and Pittman.
Wentz and Pittman.
Me too. Just to quickly answer that, and he said, and also go blue, great win. Ziad Hadi, another
That's
Michigan.
crazy.
Don't be surprised if Michigan fans will start jumping in here.
Oh, definitely.
But the reason why is because I see a high-scoring game in Indianapolis today. I see Tampa scoring, and I see the Wentz. You know, and what's Tampa good at? They're good at running, defending the run.
Right.
So I mean, don't get me wrong. I still think Taylor's gonna get his, but I think Wentz is gonna have to throw for 2 touchdowns at least. He's gonna
And
throw for
Seattle's
2.
playing who?
Washington, who's
That's on
terrible
Monday night,
against-
though,
That's
right?
the Monday night game.
Yeah.
So I'm always
Monday
biased
night.
to Monday night
Yeah.
game. So I'm going Russell Wilson over Wentz.
I mean, dude, he's looking sluggish.
He
right
is, but
I think he's still hurt. Man.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's coming off. I mean, the guy was off for a period of time. Probably came back a little bit too early. Got to get in football shape. You know, he was doing those, little reenactments pregame, and like, who does that, man?
Dak.
Who does that?
I would. Why not?
Dak to me
Hold
is
on.
goofy.
Listen, my man was doing it in the huddle, calling the play in the huddle,
yeah,
and
that
then
was weird.
getting back up.
That
Dak
was
is doing
strange.
the little hip shrug, but all the quarterbacks are doing that.
Listen, it's entertainment, guys.
It's all in the mind.
It's
Tom.
all
It
in
is in the
Mentally,
mind,
you gotta
and that's
mentally
why
everything.
He
I
didn't work for the
cannot-
past 2 games though.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't take Wentz over Russell. I'm gonna play Russell Wilson. I mean, you can't really.
I might have to take
it's
my
tough.
pick back. I
Yeah.
might go Wentz.
You go Wentz.
That's fine.
If he said Russell Wilson,
Hey, listen, that is fine with me, but I would go Michael Pittman. He's been too good for all this season for too long, and yeah, I gotta go.
Tampa Bay doesn't really have a lockdown corner.
Yeah,
let's keep
they
it
really
real.
don't.
And Richard Sherman's on IR if you wanted to throw that out there too. So I mean, they don't really have anybody. And Pittman, like you said, is having a great year so far. So we have 2 Wentzes, we have 2 Wilsons, we got Pittman. Did you say Pittman or Sanders? Pittman, Moti, who you got? Break
Yeah,
the tie.
I'm gonna go Russell and Pittman. Tampa Bay is definitely gonna stop Taylor as far as the run game, so Wentz is gonna be forced to throw. I don't think Wentz is that elite. I think Tampa Bay is gonna, get a couple interceptions from him. But Russell Wilson, you're right. 2 bad games, but I'm a primetime guy. You know what I'm saying? Play dudes primetime, and he's my guy. I got him on my team. I need some wins, just for pride purposes.
He's had a rough year.
Had a rough year in all 3 leagues.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Russell and Pittman.
All right, and I by the way, I had this prepared, so I was gonna close out the show now. Close out the segment. Give y'all some respect.
What's up, man?
I mean, but you act like this is the last time we're gonna talk about that game. It's ain't gonna be the last time.
Alright, feel free to mention it however you want. I told Zach, my brother, I was like, Michigan fans, I'm giving them 48 hours to say what they gotta say, and I'm not gonna decline anything. So if y'all start talking about championship, y'all can do that.
I mean, we can still talk about it because they're still playing in the championship game next week. They better not choke.
They're not.
That's the thing.
They choke, he got to go.
100%.
That's where I'm at with it.
Hey, no,
That's where I'm at with
that
it.
win yesterday, I mean, it's huge.
Listen,
man.
it is
But
huge.
he can't choke, you're right, but it's huge.
He
It's
can't
huge.
choke next week, man. They should be
don't
Iowa.
matter.
But I actually think
Cannot
if they
choke.
get to the playoffs, I think they got a decent shot of making it to the championship game. Because they'll probably play Cincinnati, and I think
That's
that'll be a
what
good
I'm
game.
that's what I'm telling
Exactly.
Omar.
That'll be a good
Even
game, but I think we can beat
Alabama-
Cincinnati.
2-3.
If we
Okay.
play Georgia,
Yeah, Georgia's
Hold on,
solid.
probably
Georgia's
won't.
Let's pause
hey,
right
Georgia's playing Alabama. Yeah,
in
right.
SEC championship
Right.
game.
It doesn't matter.
But
So
if-
who
They're
sneaks
both
in?
but if
Right.
Georgia,
No, they're both
No,
in.
no,
They're
no,
both
no,
in.
I think if
Hold on,
Alabama
hold on.
loses, they're out.
If
If
Alabama
Alabama loses, they're out.
they're
I
out.
don't think
After
so.
the way they
Again-
played yesterday against Auburn, if Alabama loses, I think they're
Bro,
It's a
out.
rivalry
100%.
game at Auburn.
Auburn. Yeah, it's at Auburn, guys.
I
Yeah,
get
right.
I
They're
that.
not
get
bad.
that part.
They're
but
not bad.
I agree.
I want them to
They're
lose
not
this
going to
week.
take a two-loss. They're going to be a two-loss team,
So
and they're going
what?
to lose to the
I'm
same.
trying to see who
It's the
else-
same team.
who are
right?
they
Who
putting in
lose
front
to
of
at the beginning of the year?
They
You know
lost
what? You know what? I'm
to
about to
Texas
do make
Oh,
a
what's
point
Texas
because
A&M?
Notre Dame is
Notre Dame's right
closely
there.
closely sneaking.
Yeah,
in.
man. Notre
I
Dame
will
is
pick-
right there.
You know what
For
I'm saying?
me, I was talking to Omar before the show. The perfect scenario is Georgia beat Alabama next week in the championship game. That way, moving Michigan up to
2 and 3. Yeah.
2 and 3. They in play
Yeah,
Cincinnati.
for sure.
Worst case scenario, if Alabama win, you either play Alabama or Georgia in that playoff game, which we don't want that.
No.
Yeah,
But here's the thing, though. I do think they're probably going to end up, if Alabama wins, Georgia's still making it.
Yeah,
For
Georgia
sure.
still makes it.
Yeah.
All right, so who jumps to 1?
Alabama.
It'll be Alabama
Yeah.
because they beat Georgia.
They beat Georgia.
So Georgia beat 2, Michigan
Yeah,
beat
if
3.
Alabama beats Georgia, Alabama
And
goes 1.
I think Cincinnati
Georgia
loses.
Hey,
probably
listen,
two.
Michigan is
Ooh.
not on the level.
So we
with
don't
Georgia.
want
a Georgia.
We need Georgia to win.
Yes, 100%.
I'd rather play them in the championship
Yes.
game than to play them in the
100%. We
in
need
the,
Georgia to win.
We need Michigan to beat
semifinals.
Iowa first. That's
Yeah.
That is true.
That's true. That's
That is
that's
true.
my main thing.
Yeah.
Then we sort the shit out afterwards.
Yes. Right after.
Like, sort the stuff out. You sort the stuff out afterwards.
And keep doing that every time.
right.
Just as a friendly reminder.
We got it.
No, it's all good, man. You got to be yourself. I'll just, we just got to, can't
Hold on.
edit it, but close enough.
There we go. Anytime Leslie talks.
Hey, but you got to start that as soon as he says, well, my opinion. Oh,
All right, so let's start breaking down the football games. Another team in Ohio that Rashid roots for is the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, so this is his team. AJ Green was his boy. He used to draft him like every year.
every single year.
You know, I used to like.
It was a given.
Yeah.
He's given up an early round. If AJ Green's draft is in the 6th round, he's giving up a 4th rounder for him off the rip.
That's
Like
my guy.
automatically
That's
put
my guy.
AJ Green.
All right, so Cincinnati Bengals against Steelers. Let me just ask this question first and foremost. Who is the better team? I'm gonna ask you this, Rashid. Cincinnati or Pittsburgh? Cincinnati is 6-4. Pittsburgh is 5-4-1.
Cincinnati is the better team.
Really?
Ooh,
Cincinnati.
they got the better quarterback. You can say the running backs are a wash because Mixon's balling out this year.
He is.
Cincinnati probably has the better
They do have better receivers.
receivers.
They do.
And then if it depends on the defense. Like if like Fitzpatrick plays and if T.J. Watt plays, then I think Pittsburgh does have a decent defense. But if they're out, I think Watt is playing today, but I'm not sure about Mika.
He's playing.
He's playing, but Joe Hayden
Yeah.
is out. So Joe Hayden is not playing. They're a corner.
Joe Hayden used to be a lockdown.
Yeah, he's
solid.
not
Yeah,
anymore.
not
man.
anymore.
They pick on him.
Yeah, they really do.
You know what I'm saying?
And Pittsburgh tied against Detroit, so that
Yeah,
that in and of itself is.
Bro,
Yeah.
there's a story I sent in the group that is so disrespectful, guys. Like, when are we
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
realize
I
that
see
the
that.
Detroit Lions are getting so disrespected, man? Like, when is it gonna be to the point where it's like
They haven't won a game.
there was a guy that passed away in Pittsburgh, in Pennsylvania somewhere, and then he was like, as a joke, the family in his obituary put down that after watching the Steelers tie the Lions, it was it for him.
He couldn't take no more.
He couldn't take it no more. Like, they're over there in his obituary, mentioned that in his obituary. Like, it's crazy out here, man. Like, this was in the news. Like, it's not a joke. Like, it's serious that they really did that. It's like, when are we going to realize that the Lions are just getting made fun of everywhere we go. So, Bengals or Steelers? Who you like in terms of the game? First of all, before we start breaking down who to
I like
start.
the Bengals.
You like the Bengals?
Mixon, Chase, Higgins. I can't even pronounce the tight end's name. They have a couple of Udozo.
Uzama.
He's pretty good.
Close.
He's pretty good.
Udozo. It was close.
Is it
You see why I throw so many shots at him now?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Leslie.
Offensively, they're pretty good. Defensively, they still working on it. I think, like you said, Pittsburgh tying the Lions in that game, which I think Pittsburgh should have won. It's just showing you that Pittsburgh is moving in the back of that division. During the future, they have to find a quarterback, and I think they're second to last behind the Browns because I think Baker's not it for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had high hopes on Baker, but he has showed me he's not ready. And the game, who did they play last week? Where he just was
Detroit.
The Lions.
Yeah.
He was overthrowing the receivers on some of those plays, and I'm like, dang, Baker, all you need to do is hit him on the spot, and they throw them touchdowns. He didn't look good against the Lions. He hasn't looked pretty good all season. I'm wondering was Odell fouled it right? Watching the videos and stuff like that. They didn't have People Jones last week, but they still should have. It should have been a wash for the Browns.
Yeah. My question to you guys before we move on to who to start is are you giving Baker Mayfield the contract that he's probably going to be asking for, the max?
I wouldn't give him the max, no.
You gotta really think about Cleveland's situation right now. They're in a tough spot. He brought them to the playoffs. Me personally, I wouldn't do it either. But this is a question. First of all, there are people that are saying for sure 100% before the season started, and now obviously things played out. So
living in Ohio, I also know a lot of the fans don't like Baker either.
Okay.
But I wouldn't give him the max, no. You could give him a contract, but it's not going to be nowhere near what he wants. He shouldn't get paid that much. And the Browns, they're running a team. So you need a quarterback that can just hand the ball off to Chubb.
Yeah.
Make a couple passes.
What's the max? I'm just wondering.
I don't know the number.
40 something.
Yeah, but it's definitely in that area.
He's not getting 40, but I gotta defend Baker a little bit because he's been plagued with injuries this year.
Yeah.
Him, his running backs, his receivers. So you guys gotta,
He's missing wide open throws.
I know. I'm just saying, that has to do with.
But the guys are running wide open.
Nobody's practicing tone. All that plays a factor. You never played football.
Oh, here we go. Another shot.
I don't like those arguments because I didn't play football either.
I didn't play football. You guys don't know that.
But
there has to be a connection in practice that's gonna translate to the game, man. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you laughing? You ain't play football either.
I did play football.
All right,
really?
So Baker does not deserve the max.
Cafeteria.
He deserves the contract.
Don't count.
Straight up.
All right, we got a couple things. One more question: Baltimore defense versus Cleveland, or Texans versus the Jets? That's a tough one.
No, I'll go Texas. Texas
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I think
Cleveland's going to score. I don't think Baltimore is that good of a team. To
I think it's a division rival. So I think those are lower scoring games.
Always.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
So who are you going with?
I'm going to go with Baltimore.
Baltimore, Texans. Who you got? You got Baltimore defense or Texans versus the Jets? Baltimore versus Cleveland.
I'll take Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Moti.
Houston.
That's crazy, man.
Straight up.
The team sucks.
No, but they got Hunt back. They got Chubb back.
But we're talking about the defense.
Yeah, but the Jets suck too.
Yeah.
I know.
It's tough. I ain't gonna lie. It's a tough.
No, I get it. Division game you're right about. It's gonna be might be a low score.
That's what you think sometimes. Whenever you think it's gonna be
100%.
low, then it's
and
gonna
it might blow up.
Yeah.
See,
Listen,
you might have played high school ball, but we're out here. We looking at
Numbers,
fantasy. Yeah, fantasy. So, it's one of those. Yeah, man. It's a primetime game. So even if they don't get it on defense, I think they'll get it on special.
Chubb, Baker, I just don't see him doing that.
Yeah, Baker's off, man.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones or AJ Dillon?
Wow.
Aaron Jones
If he's
probably
playing?
catching it. Yeah, I think he's
I'll
coming
go
out the
Aaron
backfield.
Jones, man.
You going Aaron Jones?
I'll go Aaron.
Yeah, I have to go Aaron Jones.
Which AJ you going with?
Yeah, I'm going Jones.
Leslie, Aaron Jones or AJ Dillon?
It's gonna be more of Jones. Rodgers got that foot injury, but he gonna have Aaron Donald, Von Miller, they all coming out to him today. That's gonna be a good game. That should have been tonight's game. Should have been.
Yeah, they
played
should
on
have flexed it.
That should have been on Thanksgiving. I didn't want to see no Lions and Bears.
That's tradition. You gotta
Yeah,
feel like
man.
No, it shouldn't be tradition no more. We need to talk about that too.
Yeah, we could talk about that. We could talk about that because we talked about it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We talked about on Wednesday about how they should probably look into changing it. So we got some questions. So Ty Johnson or Dontre Hillyard? We got a Dontre Hillyard question, guys. In 2021, people are asking about Dontre Hillyard. I'm just laughing because it's crazy out here. Tennessee's 8-3, and they have literally like nobody going on.
But they did
on
let
offense.
that game slip away. I mean, they won the games that you didn't think they were going to win, and they lost the game. Yeah,
that they should have won.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah, so Ty Johnson or Dontre Hillyard, I'm personally going to say Ty Johnson. I'm going to quickly say that. They are playing the Houston Texans, and Michael Carter is out. Even though my other Boom Philly, I did not bring the buzzers out, is Tevin Coleman. Just want to throw that out there. One of my first Boom Phillies is Tevin Coleman. Projected 8.79. Yeah, he's available, man. I don't know how. Champions League, man, y'all weird, man. Y'all have some players available in that free agency.
100%.
Like, I don't want to drop nobody, but
Yeah, I
there's a
picked up
couple
some
people.
players that I was like, all right, y'all tripping.
Yeah,
Right,
Tevin
right.
Coleman. I mean,
What's y'all records?
if you like,
I'm just curious.
Yeah. I got the most points.
Y'all bringing it up like
most points scored against.
I would
That's
definitely roster Tevin Coleman for at least the next 2-3 years if you're struggling at running back. Just to roster him, I'm
Definitely
saying.
struggling.
yeah,
you
you
know?
are,
I'm alright.
You know, but
bro. Your team
Don't talk
sucks
about
at
my
running
team.
back.
Ty Johnson, who you got? Ty Johnson, Dontre Hillyard.
I think I'm gonna go with Ty Johnson. They're playing Houston's defense. I mean, yeah.
The same defense
Enough
you
said.
said to start, or no?
No, I didn't say that. First of all, I did not say that.
I'm going Hilliard.
Hilliard.
I'm gonna go Hilliard.
Hilliard.
Yo, shout out to the waiver wire king, Uncle Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
He picked up Hilliard. I said who he played for.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
facts.
When he picked him, I said who he played for. But I'm gonna go with Ty Johnson.
Ty Johnson. All right, Hussein. Shout out to Jose from the Wednesday crew. Said stop what y'all doing and go blue. The Michigan
right.
fans.
That is true.
Y'all all coming out.
You made him put on a jersey and MSU hat and ridiculed him in front of.
It's not my fault y'all
Everybody.
lost. I mean, I would have done the same thing if Michigan lost. I mean, if Michigan won. So it's not like it was my fault.
Let's just hope we don't pull a MSU and choke the following week after a big win.
All right, there you go. That's Tony. Bengals, Steelers. Moti, who you starting for Cincinnati?
Cincinnati, man, it's weird. Their receivers, it's like
Don't know which one.
don't know which one. I picked up Boyd, so I'm hoping Boyd to do his thing. But of course, Mixon.
Fun fact: Moti discovered Mixon.
Oh, that's facts. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just.
No.
Yeah. Oh, that's facts.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, man. I'm gonna go Mixon. I'm gonna go Boyd. I'm gonna go Higgins. I'm gonna Chase. You know what I'm saying?
So if you had Boyd
Or Higgins.
Higgins on your team, who are you gonna start?
I mean, I'm gonna, I play a little favoritism, especially, at this time of the year when I need some wins for pride. Boyd.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you start Boyd.
I
over
like
Higgins.
Boyd, the veteran, the one that you're supposed to respect. You know what I'm saying?
When you walk into the room,
When you walk in the room,
you
Same
receiver
guy.
room, you
The
know what
one-
I'm saying?
He played 4 years of high school
Oh,
football.
100%. 100%.
all right, there you go. Tony, Steelers, who you got?
I mean, you got to go with Najee Harris. Fryermuth's been coming on, to be honest with you, in the last 5 weeks. Another guy, Moti.
Facts. Yo, Tone's on a roll.
Another one.
Tone's
that
on a
Moti
roll.
discovered. Out of the receivers, hey man, it's just Deontay Johnson. Claypool hasn't been that consistent this year.
All right, there we go. So moving on to the Bucks and Colts. This is another good game. Colts, do you see them making the playoffs, Rashid?
The Colts, yeah, I think they'll sneak.
They're in the fringe. They're at number 8 right now. In front of them is the Chargers, and I can look at the standings right now. And the Bengals. The Chargers and the Bengals. So
Yeah, I think they'll get in.
you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like them too. What do you think about the Colts?
I got them making the playoffs. I mean, look at the division. Houston,
Jacksonville. And then Tennessee.
Tennessee missing a lot of players. I think the Colts can make a run over the next month and get in the playoffs as a wild card.
They
Fun-
will lose today, though.
They will lose today. Fun fact, okay, so Indianapolis is 6-5, Houston, Tennessee is 8-3. They played each other, and I don't know if y'all remember, Tennessee, I think drove and hit a game-winning field goal. If Indianapolis won that game, they'll be 7-4 both, and Colts would be in the first place. Just throwing that out there. That's how close that things are. What are you about to say, Tony?
I was going to say Ohio State was about to drive and tie the game too, but Michigan held on to the ball. They ran the ball and just, padded that lead. That's the one thing about the game yesterday. Every time Ohio State threatened, Michigan answered. And that was the biggest difference between what happened in previous years. Even this year with MSU. We all thought that game is not, it wasn't in the bag. And yet, it was that close. Every time Ohio State threatened, Michigan answered.
I got worried when Hutchinson didn't get the tip.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Hey, a game of inches.
My God.
I was telling myself that's why they say the game of
inches. It was
inches.
fourth down. I was like, oh, my goodness.
Bro, he read it. He read it, too.
Yeah.
He stopped rushing. He's backed up.
But Michigan answered.
Crazy.
Michigan answered just like in the Penn State game. Penn State was threatening Michigan held. So, that's the difference in this year's team than the previous years under Jim Harbaugh. He really got them together this year. And I think that new defensive coordinator from the Ravens, he's been a big help as well. Don Brown defense blitzed a lot. But this defense, they got some good rushers on the edge.
But what is up with them always getting caught off guard when they go fast paced? What are y'all doing? It's happened every single game, man.
Ohio State's been doing that to everybody, though. That's what they do.
Huh?
Ohio State's been doing
But Michigan State did it to us.
Michigan State did it to us.
Everybody's
I
doing
was
it.
going to try that
Yeah,
next week. You're going to see that next week with Iowa, too. The defensive substitution.
That's definitely in the game plan for any team that plays Michigan. I just feel like that's effort. When you're subbed out the game, it's effort to get to the sideline. You got to haul ass. My bad. But you know what I'm saying? And I feel like those Michigan players jog to the sideline. I think that's the issue.
Yeah, I agree. That's a free play. It's a free play.
Yeah.
That could change the game, the momentum of the game. So going back to this Colts versus Buccaneers game, I'm gonna let you. Who would you start for Tampa Bay this week, fantasy wise?
Chris Godwin. He's Tom's really the go-to guy. I know Mike Evans gets, he can throw it up to Mike Evans, but they run Godwin out of the backfield. They run him up the middle. They run him out. So they pretty much go-to guy as receiver. I think he had a good game today against the Colts, but other than that, I don't see Tampa Bay winning this game.
You don't see?
I don't see Tampa Bay winning.
I got my first pick.
Boom Philly.
No. The Brownage is pick of the week.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Tom Brady. He's going to put up 32.
32 points.
32 points.
And a 4-point
Yes.
touchdown.
Yes.
I hope you're right.
Yes.
Because I got him rostered.
He's about to ball.
He's in a good mood just like we are.
You know what? I
ain't think about that.
Yes, I did not think about that.
Tom Brady is.
Give me every U of M position player.
Donovan People-Jones. That's my other Brownage pick of the week.
Interesting.
The Boom Phillies know.
I like that.
Nico Collins.
Wow.
For the Texans.
For the Texans. Wow.
He coming
So
with it
my
today.
Yo.
Everybody fired up that play for Michigan today.
For sure.
So are you really going with those three?
That's my three. You guys went 0-15 last week, so
Listen, don't be surprised. All right, guys, don't be surprised.
It's not cool.
9 months from now is gonna be a baby boomers because of the twin.
That is true.
Hassan will be the number one baby name.
Yes.
Last night, a lot of people were happy.
Yes.
I'm gonna stop right there.
A lot.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of Aidens.
A lot of Hassans. Cates.
Gems.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, by the way, going back to the defensive coordinator, John Harbaugh. That's big bro looking out for little bro, by the way. He's texted Jim. He was like, "You need a defensive coordinator. I'm gonna send you this young guy.
100%.
He's up and coming. You're gonna love him. All right. So shout out to John Harbaugh.
Hey,
the better Harbaugh.
Listen, this is being recorded, so let's look back 9 months from now and see, because I really feel like 100%. I really feel like
it was a big win.
I didn't know what came over me last night. But I guess I know.
That's the truth.
I didn't even think about that.
It's the truth, man. I'm telling you.
Hold on, man. Let me just get this beat button.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man. Yo,
I'm telling you, everybody was happy.
that is true, man.
Like,
That's
it's
true.
crazy how sports affect our life.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Everybody
it does.
here looks more relaxed.
100%.
Except this guy.
100%. Hey, I was in a great mood last night. I'm not gonna lie. Great mood.
Just imagine
Wow.
Cade walking through his apartment or dorm.
He played a
There's
great
like
game,
6
too.
women there waiting.
Straight up.
He played an amazing game.
I know, I'm just saying.
He like his deep passes, they were on point. Like Cade played good.
Pause.
And Cade's a junior, right? So
Hey.
he'll be back next year. So
I don't know if I want to back.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd be okay with McCarty starting.
100%, 100%. I mean, I don't think Cade's elite. I've always
Hey,
said
hold
all
on.
year,
He's been showing
I don't
us a
think
lot.
He's elite. I don't think he's elite.
He showed us. He's stuck in there.
He's a game
He's stuck
manager.
in there.
He's not elite.
He's the
Against
Alex
Michigan
Smith
State.
of college football.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what I
Hey,
said.
but that's what he needs to be.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
no,
what
no,
he
I'm happy. He
You
did
saw that pass McCarthy made down the
Just
sideline?
one.
That was great.
Oh my
That was a
god.
great pass.
No, McCarthy's still in my dog.
I said it was
The fumble.
It's one pass.
He's still in my dog house for what he did at Michigan State.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's Harbaugh's fault. So that's why. 'cause
Listen.
I don't think you should put him in.
When I seen him in the game yesterday, I got
And he
nervous. I'm
fumbled.
like,
Me too.
Yeah.
For a second, I ain't gonna lie for a
I'm
second.
like, no.
I'm like,
We're
this moment's
in
too
the
big for you. This
Yeah.
moment's
Yeah,
too
we're in
big.
a group text and we're like, woo!
Yeah.
After he made that, it was like, all right, get him out the
Get
game.
him out of the
Yeah.
game.
Get him out the game.
First of all, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very risky, by the way, putting him in that situation.
Yeah,
It's
you know.
very dangerous.
100%.
But the second fumble that happened in Michigan State, Cade went to the blue tent. That was
Oh,
what
was
it
it?
was.
That's why they
Hey, can I
That's
ask
why
you,
he
hey,
came in the second time.
Yeah.
why is it that Cade never keeps the ball? Because sometimes he's got it wide open, man. Because they're reading it. They're always reading the run.
Hey, you
So
know
why
that-
not keep it and run around the
It
other
worked
side?
for him, y'all.
I know you guys watched that one pass when Roman Wilson got that penalty. The tight end was open.
Wide
open.
Oh my God,
Like,
wide
they're so
open.
close together, Rashid. I was like, why didn't he look at there? Like,
Bro, there was
the side
another
of my
one.
eye, I could see
There
that.
was another one
If
in the
you're looking
second
this
quarter
way, yeah.
where he ended up throwing it to the sideline, but there was a tight. Eric O was
Eric
streaking
O-
down.
One
Guys.
thing about
Wide
Eric All
Guys.
stays open.
We won.
We need to utilize him more, but unfortunately, next week we're going to see a lot of J.J. McCarthy in that Iowa game because they're going to try to mix it up in the Big Ten championship game, which I think will.
I think
Hey,
they
listen,
gotta
as
run
long as the
ball like
defense
crazy.
plays the way they did, I'm telling you, they played inspired yesterday. That's the one thing about Michigan against Ohio State is previous years, man, you didn't see that like fire in them. Like yesterday, they were playing with fire yesterday.
How much of that weather had to do with the victory?
A lot. I mean,
No, you
it
think so?
definitely.
No,
happened.
I mean, both teams. Listen. Michigan snows. Ohio snows.
Yeah.
So I would.
No, but I think with
say
us
that.
being more of a running team,
And
it
they're more
helped
of
us.
a passing team,
Yeah,
too.
they're definitely more of a passing team.
Yeah.
Even though I think that's what hurt them, because I think if they would have ran the ball with Henderson a little bit more, they probably would have had a better chances. But
I thought like they went away from Henderson, which made it better for Michigan to play defense. Too.
For
sure.
They got out the Stroud. They should have used
Honestly,
Henderson more.
guys, because of my 3 NFL receivers, I think I would pass the ball like they did.
Yeah.
It just
I would. It's
I
just-
know,
just that
but you know
Michigan-
what? To take the heat off that pressure,
Yeah.
I mean, they were coming with
They were
pressure
coming.
every single play.
They were running my man. I
But
think he had 100
Henderson
yards, man.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Should've
Bro,
ran-
he
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 should've
ran
ran-
like
they
20
said he had
times.
more all-purpose yards than Claret, so which is, I mean, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
He should have ran the ball just like Michigan ran the ball, and but you're right. The 3 state man.
Oh, they are.
A lot.
Yeah.
Legit,
Yeah.
100%.
A lot
And
of
but
players.
100%.
None of them were. None of them are up for the Bolitnikov.
I mean, because they're probably
Ooh.
sall
Yeah.
ball around.
No, but
Receivers
they
from
all
Ohio
have 1,000 yards.
I agree.
Chris Olave
Garrett
should
Wilson,
be
was
up.
it?
They all should be.
100%.
They
They
all
all should.
should be.
Wilson wasn't-
And they have Junior Flynn.
And-
It's like,
Did you listen? Even though they passed the ball well, dude, these receivers were making tough catches
Tough catches.
in perfect coverage. Like the guys
Yeah.
draped all over them, and they're
But that's
making
why I
NFL
said
plays.
that's why I said Michigan defense played pretty good yesterday on the back end because Chris Stroud CJ Stroud was pinning in the money and they was making some of the toughest games.
Yes.
It was one catch.
Yeah.
There's been 3 lately.
Okay, so 3 players get invited, huh?
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know about him getting invited.
No, Kenneth Walker's getting invited.
Kenneth Walker is getting invited.
You have to invite
Young
him.
is getting
Walker
invited.
Young gonna be Hutchinson probably.
I think it's gonna be young. I think it's gonna be young Stroud.
I don't think Stroud no more.
So say
He still had a great
He
game.
had a great game.
I know, he had
no
4
interceptions. Yeah, I mean, he had a good
He
game.
had a great
So
game.
then I
I think he should be in
remember
there.
it was years ago when Nebraska played. I think it was Oklahoma, and Dominican Sue had like a 5-sack Big 12 championship game. What if Aiden Hutchinson had like a 4 or 5 sack game next week? Do he do that? Make him not? Did he win?
I think he's getting invited now.
You think so?
Sue got invited.
I don't
No,
see it
give
yet,
me
man.
give me 3 more in the championship game and Michigan wins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta
Okay.
invite him.
I agree with that. If he has a great championship, Big Ten championship game, he's gonna get invited or be close to getting invited. He hasn't been like that consistent. Like he shows dominance, but then there are games that he kind of didn't really show.
You know, because they're double teaming him. That's the other
Hey
side.
man, I look at it like
every coach knows.
I'll tell you
he's a
one
monster.
thing.
Every coach.
If he would have got that interception,
Oof.
that could have been.
That probably was
Hey,
pick six.
and
I mean,
I didn't
Tone
want to say
spin
I wanted
move
to
and take it on the sideline.
Yeah.
That was pick
That was
six.
That was Heisman moment.
I would've went crazy.
If he'd have got it,
Hey.
spin move,
Yes.
got a sideline.
If it was a pick six, he's in there.
Oh my god. Hey,
You gotta do the pick
No,
six with the
the
dancing
Heisman
pose.
pose.
If you would have did the Heisman
Heisman
pose, then you
pose.
gotta get him to
Oh,
do it.
man, that'd be crazy.
Munir Ghazali said Ohio State smacked Michigan State. Michigan smacked Ohio State, so he's kind of rubbing it in right now. Munir is. Then Khaled said 5 touchdown Hassan. So yeah, there's definitely gonna be some Hassans 9 months from now.
100%.
Noah Fant or Pat Fryermuth? That is the question from Munir Ghazali.
Wow.
I answered this to him on Wednesday. Obviously, he doesn't like my advice because he's asking it again. So personally, I'm going Fryermuth easily. He's hot right now, and to me, probably the second best receiver on Pittsburgh. What you got?
I have the same 2 guys, same 2 issue. Firemouth is definitely hot. But Denver is coming off a bye week. I think, a bye weeks are always good for receivers because I think that's extra time, with the quarterback to, get that connection. Like I said, Tone didn't play. It's very important. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But, I'm going to go with Fant. I just think his upside is a little higher, in my opinion.
You like Fant?
Yeah, I like Fant.
He said, no, I want to hear from OT. I know, I'm messing with you, Munir. I told him to ask on Sunday. We can answer that too. Yes.
I'm gonna go fire move. The better quarterback is Roethlisberger over
That's true.
Teddy?
Teddy. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
he
it's
is.
close.
I mean, Teddy is inconsistent, but Ben, for a division game like this, I think Ben gets it done with fire move.
Me too. I like Fryermuth. I feel like he's a safe 10 to
yeah, I
And
12.
he's been elevated.
Fryermuth has been balling,
He's been balling.
but I think Fant's gonna have a good game. I'll go with Fant.
Yeah, I think the safer pick might be to go Firemouth, but I think if risk versus reward, Fant probably has a higher chance.
Sounds like you booming him, Tony. We haven't got a boom from you. It's
First of
already
all, I
12
cannot
20.
do that. And by the way, I want to also address he discovered Munir.
Oh, that's Fant.
Another motif
Oh, that's
special.
Fant.
There you go.
Another motif
Alright.
discovery.
When I retire,
Who gave him the name Grasshopper?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Alright, there you go. So it is past Tony's rant, so maybe we can pass it on and not do it today.
No, it's fine. We're good.
I'm joking. What is it?
No. I'm saying I'm gonna mention that Michigan win as much as I can during the show, so we're good.
No, we're going to give you a segment. It's part of the segment, so go ahead, Tony. This is your Tony's rant. I mean, if you want to just say that Michigan won and all that, it's more than welcome. So, because, we're trying to limit Tony and his rants, and this is the whole point of this.
Since you brought it up, we might as well get into the Tony's rants. Leslie, it's great to have you.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, not so much.
Okay.
How is it that we went from discussing who was going to be on the show to not even knowing this guy is going to be on the show until I seen it on Instagram? It was a post. I didn't know that. Like, part of the contract that we signed, me and my fellow co-sponsor, Moti,
Co-host.
yes, co-host, sorry, was that we have input on who's on the show, who's not. Now, luckily for us, it was after a Michigan win, so it's, we'll let it slide. But there's no reason. He brings no knowledge of fantasy, to the show. Like, he brings a bias from Columbus, even though he claims he's not. A lot of people would, have a different opinion on this guy right here.
Someone close to him works in the building. I mean, works
Absolutely, is
I
an
did not know that.
OSU employee.
Why is this? We're just learning about this, by the way. So why?
I've always learned that. I
tried.
tried to always, you know what I'm
The
saying?
animosity between me and Fahmy
Here we
is
go.
because I'm the only person that has a picture of Fahmy without his hat on.
That's not true.
So
Oh, that's big.
That is not
I'm
true.
willing to sell it if anyone wants it.
Listen,
NTF or
all I'm saying is
That's
this,
hilarious.
man.
That's hilarious.
This guy right here, we've had some. We don't want to say how you got that picture. That's for sure.
I won him 3 championships
Oh.
in intramural.
The only thing this guy, he's won me 3 championships. Let me tell you something, man. He's still upset about the Ted Ginn comment.
Very.
When the guy is putting it in the breadbasket and you try to catch it with your body, he's a great, football player, right? Receiver is not
It
his
hurts when
thing.
you have the 5th option
Receiver
on your
is
team
not
talking like this.
Receiver is not his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
He's
the one
not
at defense?
consistent. No, he's great at defense, but we're talking about receiver hands. This guy has dropped too many.
MVP of all the leagues we've ever
How are you
played.
gonna say MVP of all the leagues? By the way,
We played 4 seasons. We won 3.
yeah, we won 3.
Because of me.
How? Because of you.
You were.
Hey, I was the MVP
you were
one year.
You were not the MVP. You had one decent catch. Your
Decent?
entire. It was a good catch. I'll give you
Unbelievable.
credit. It was a
Unbelievable. We would have won 4 if when the ball is thrown
No.
and you're running right under
No,
it.
No, stop it.
You just don't let it slip through your
Stop
hands.
it. Now you're going.
I'm telling you, Ted Ginn was the perfect one.
No.
It was no knock on you.
Jerry-
It is
Jerry
what it
Rice
is.
Probably
I'm
more
sorry.
Accurate.
Jerry Rice?
Yes.
Come on.
Let's not go too deep into this because we're gonna end up not even breaking down any
All
more
right.
games. All right. So the first one to win the championship league, Khad is giving you a shout out.
Yeah,
My
Rashid.
God.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Khad is
Blah, 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 blah,
Khad
blah.
is
Did you
always
win it?
team
That's,
anti-Tony.
that's my son, by the way.
Yeah.
Dog and meat. This is the kind of example they set.
It's a good kid.
Or
right
an
there.
example that you set, and he's just taking on board. I mean, you might have to look at it from the opposite.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to have a sit down. He's
Yes.
getting at that age where,
It's-
whoopings ain't
McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
I got you, man.
DJ Moore, I see a connection with
That was
Newton
considered
also.
Hillyard.
You know, those guys, man.
That's it.
Yeah.
Dolphins. You wanna anybody from the Dolphins that you considering starting?
Gasecki.
Just Gesicki?
Yeah.
You want to add on to anybody else?
Not really, man. I don't know who else plays.
I like
On
Waddle,
that
man.
squad.
Waddle's finally having a good
Man.
year,
That
man.
was decent.
He's
Carolina, man, they got that shutdown corner.
Oh, Gilmore.
Gilmore. Yeah.
All right. there you
Sheed?
Hmm.
Any
No.
thoughts?
No.
Of course not.
go. All right. Titans, Patriots. This
Very
is a good
limited.
game. Very good game. Patriots 7-4. Does that surprise you, Rashid?
A little bit. I won't lie. I didn't think Mac Jones would be this good. Their roster doesn't seem that good to me either. But you do got Belichick, so you got 7 wins.
And a great running game.
Yeah. And they may win the division.
Yes. In the lead of the division
Wow.
right now, currently. 7-4. And if they
That's
win,
crazy.
they play Monday night next week. Bills, Patriots should be a great game. Does the Patriots surprise you, Leslie?
Nah, because of Bill Belichick. Like you said, Mac Jones, I didn't think he was going to be so much of. I thought he'd be more of a.
Oh, Valley.
Saginaw Valley. Yeah,
I don't know what it
one
is.
of them, he played in Michigan though.
Gotcha.
Yo, but just off that, Leslie is right. New England doesn't usually pay people, but they did this year, and they're getting most out of their money. If you're talking about Judon, you're talking about Hunter Henry, which is having a good year. The one person not having a good year is the
Jonnu
other side.
Smith.
Yeah, Jonnu Smith. Yeah.
And Kendrick Bourne. And Nelson
Kendrick Bourne.
Aguilar. I'm going to be honest with you, they overpaid those 3 guys.
Yeah, but Mac
Born,
Jones.
boom, Philly.
Come on,
There
man.
you go. There you go.
What are you doing?
Hey, but
Don't write that for him.
Why not?
He read it off my list.
So what? He wanted it.
My goodness. Hey, go ahead and put that down for me, man. Stop looking at my list.
Alright. Rashid, I got a question for you. Alright? I need this to win more than 20
gotta
of these
put
hair
up with it,
products.
man.
Okay? Ramondre Stevenson or
Ramondre.
all day.
Yeah. All right, so I know they're both injured. Damian and Ramondre are. If Harris isn't playing, I think Ramondre's gonna ball out.
Yeah.
I think he is a.
But if Harris plays.
I still go Ramondre.
Okay.
He's been the past couple weeks. He's been balling, even with
Yeah.
Harris there. So
I like him. I like him.
I like him
Alright,
a lot.
Just want to make sure I asked that. But I don't know if you heard my joke. I said I need this win more than Tony needs hair products. I want to make sure that
I don't like
repeat
when
that.
people talk about people's hair products. I mean,
okay.
it's a little sensitive.
Okay.
The reason
I
why I have
should
a hat on
repeated that
too.
for Tony.
When did you say that?
Just right now. You're
It's
yelling.
gonna be the motto of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I'm fortunate I don't have the mole on my head like Fatty does. But
Oh, we didn't even know there was a mole up there, man.
Bro. Yo, you see that? You see why I gotta put up with?
He can have an afro down there.
Hey, nobody would know.
He'll never
But here's
show.
the thing, man. This started way back in college, maybe 20 years ago. This guy goes around telling people, hey, he's a little sensitive because he got a mole.
has it gotten bigger?
See? No good, man. I'm telling you, this is what I gotta deal with.
Hey, Titans and Patriots. Titans, who you starting? Any of their running backs. Let's start off with that. Are you starting anybody, actually? They have no weapons on the outside. No weapons.
For who?
Titans.
I'll just start Tannehill. He'll figure it out.
Really? Against the Patriots? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not starting
I mean,
Patriots, yeah.
It's tough.
it's
Brown
tough.
playing?
Yeah.
They don't
No.
have, no,
IR.
Brown's
He's
out.
on IR.
Brown's on IR.
Yeah.
Julio's out.
Yep.
Yeah.
They let Peterson go. Who's the running back? Like,
Foreman.
Hillman too.
Hillyard.
I'm gonna go with Foreman
Bills.
then. I'm gonna go with Foreman.
Okay.
That's
So
the
you
Foreman.
starting Foreman?
That's our Foreman.
Moti, New England?
Yeah, I'm definitely not starting nobody for Tennessee. But for New England, wow. You know the running backs you guys mentioned. I would definitely start one of them. And Mac Jones, man, I'm a believer. I don't think he's a game manager. Not only he's a game manager, I think he's a little better than that. You know, he gets the job done.
You want any?
I mean, he's an Alabama quarterback, man. He's been in a proven system. I mean, he's not going to shy away from big moments, and he makes the plays when he's needed to. So,
Patriots at home, by the way. They winning?
dude, they're favored by 7.5 against a Tennessee team that
With
It's number one.
No weapons.
I know no
Only
weapons,
because
but,
Belichick.
but
Because
still,
he's gonna play and he's gonna like.
Mike Vrabel, though.
it's crazy, man. Belichick's always trying to take the best player away from the other team.
And who is
that?
It's gonna. I guess it's gonna be.
Tannehill, he's
Probably
gonna-
Foreman or
They're gonna make-
Tannehill.
they're gonna-
You want
You gotta-
Tannehill to throw the ball.
Yeah, so you're gonna shut down the run game. I think.
Yeah,
Shut down
that's
the
crazy.
run.
What is New England Patriots defense projected? Because I'm about to boom Philly them real tough. I need to know their projections right now. Yusuf, if you could look that up for me,
It's
Yusuf.
probably higher. I'm telling you.
I mean, that's why I just need to know. So,
Probably 15.
Eagles and Giants. 3 weeks ago, I was telling people, watch out for the Eagles. So I said the Eagles are going to slowly start creeping up because their schedule gets very soft towards the end of the year. And lo and behold, they're only a game away from the playoff, not even a half a game away from the playoffs. The San Francisco 49ers are the 7th seed, and they're 5-5. So I just want to throw that out there. The Eagles are 5-6, playing against the Giants, who are 3-7, and I guess not out of it yet either. They just fired Jason Garrett. Was that a good decision, Leslie?
Yeah.
He's
He's the scapegoat. I think Joe Judge should be fired.
He's next.
He's clean house GM
Yeah.
too.
I heard he's next too.
But I think Daniel Jones is a decent quarterback. I just think the play calling was horrible. But you hire a special teams coach. I mean, John Harbaugh was hired as a special teams coach, but he's proven himself. I don't think Joe Judge was ready. I mean, he came from the New England tree. You know how the New England coaches, the assistants do in the NFL. Besides Vrabel, I don't think
No one else really
no one
was
else
successful.
is really
Even the dude
successful.
from Miami, isn't he all right?
Brian Flores, yeah,
He got the wrong quarterback. I'm gonna be honest with you. He has the wrong
You don't like
quarterback.
Tua?
Tua can't stay
I don't
healthy.
think Tua is it.
He can't
Really?
stay
Do
healthy.
you think Daniel Jones is it?
No, I don't.
Man, I don't think he's it.
What do you
But
think about
okay,
it?
listen,
I
the
think
guy.
if Daniel Jones went to Carolina, he would do the same thing as Darnold. I don't think he might be a
Okay.
decent backup.
Hey, I don't think he's a
I don't think he's a
franchise, yeah.
franchise quarterback.
I don't think
I
he's
don't
a
think you're
franchise
going to win
quarterback.
because of Daniel Jones.
So do you give
and
up
I
on
think
him?
if anything, you will lose because of Daniel Jones with his turnovers.
So do you give up on him?
Yeah, if you got something better, I will.
So the Giants finish in the top 10. There's quarterbacks available this year. Would you
Too
draft?
many good quarterbacks out.
It's not even a good quarterback coming
yeah,
out of college this
I'm not
year.
doing that.
But there's a lot of quarterbacks
No,
going
there's
in
a
the first
couple.
round.
There's a
But I think
yeah.
it depends on if you have a new GM. If you got a new GM, get your quarterback in there.
Guys, man, listen. Like for me, that offense has been disrespectful. Like to a point where you sign a guy like Kenny Galladay, and I swear to you guys, I'm watching the game last week, and my man don't look his way.
He don't. He cussed him out a couple of weeks ago.
He doesn't
Yeah.
give him a chance. you gotta give your prize wide receiver.
But that's play calling too.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying it's
Yeah,
To
but
me, yeah, Jason
but the
Garrett's boring.
turnovers
yeah.
are on Daniel Jones.
You know, I mean, don't you know what I'm saying? Let's not sit here and say that wide receiver core isn't good. Like they have
No. Nobody talent wise.
Right?
Listen,
Talent-wise,
it's up
they should
there.
be top
No,
five.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's up there. Wide receivers, running
Shepard,
backs.
Shepard
yeah.
Clayton.
But you know what I'm saying? You mentioned the Eagles, right? I was a big fan of Jalen Hurts. You know, I don't know if you remember, but you know when everybody was talking about Jalen Hurts, I'm like, yo, I think he's official. You know, and he's starting to show it. I still think he's official. I think Philly made a good move by, you know what I'm saying, sticking with him and not trading for Deshaun Watson. Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of Jalen Hurts. Always been a big fan of Jalen Hurts.
His numbers, first 15 career games, is literally identical to Lamar Jackson's.
Jalen Hurts suffers from, it's kind of like preseason rankings. Because when he came in, people was like, he's not going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
And if you match him up against, say, the 5 rookie quarterback this year, he only played 4 games last year.
Yeah.
He'll probably be top.
Yeah.
You know, so, but people just, I don't know. When he came in, people were saying he's not a good franchise quarterback or he's not a good quarterback. So he has to he has to go above and beyond because of that. But if he came in last year, the number 2 pick, I think he would be on par. He would be doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing.
I would have Jalen Hurts as our quarterback in a heartbeat.
I think he's a good quarterback.
I've known this man for, probably 30 plus years. That's the smartest thing I ever heard him say. Is that
You gotta hang out with me more.
they really, like, he's right. I mean, if Jalen Hurts was drafted 1 or 2, they'd be praising him for what he's been doing in the 16 games that
Again,
he's played.
it's literally identical.
That's crazy.
15 games with Lamar Jackson. Literally, it's identical.
That's crazy.
Munib and Haddi said Hillyard or Bateman. We got another Hillyard question. So, Dontre Hillyard going up against the Patriots or Rashid Bateman. By the way, Hillyard, I feel like, is going to get a lot of targets. Just like last week. I think he ended up with 10 targets last week. And because they have no weapons on Tennessee. I'm not saying that I should pick him. I'm just throwing that out there. That he might lead the game in targets for Tennessee.
I think with Hollywood being hurt, Bateman shows up because he was injured early in the season. Now he's starting to come along. I think Rashid Bateman's going to be a star. I think he's going to be their best receiver down the line too.
I thought so too.
Yeah,
I thought so too.
He was hurt, but he's starting to come along, and I think Lamar knows that too. Like, okay, Hollywood, he's overrated to me.
You got a big Hollywood fan right here, so
I think Hollywood is overrated. He talks a lot, but I think Bateman is
the better overall receiver.
yeah.
I agree.